Morning.
Morning.
It is Wednesday, January 16th, and it's a cold one out there this morning. There was a lot of rain last night, so roads are a bit wet, and we're going to see further showers in places later on. We might see a small break where we see a bit of sunshine, but generally we're going to see a lot of showers in places, certainly into the afternoon, and highest temperatures today of around 7 or 8 or 9 degrees. All right, just bear that in mind today.
How are you today?
Good, on good form.
Good.
I slept really well, but it was one of those moments where I woke just before my alarm went off. I woke and I checked the time, and I was like, it's getting up time.
I know.
It
I hate
felt
that.
like it was still in only about 2 o'clock in the morning.
I always wake within 5 minutes of my 3, 4, 5 minutes before my alarm goes off every single morning.
Literally sitting there looking at it,
Yeah.
waiting to go beep, 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 beep.
So busy show between now and 9 this morning here in Kerry's Full Breakfast. We've got a competition on the show today, tickets to the Balance Expo to give away. It's happening in Killarney this coming Sunday, so we have full details on that. They have a great lineup again this year for the Balance Expo, but you can win tickets here in Kerry's Full Breakfast this morning. Some of the front pages of our papers, obviously Brexit is the biggest story in all our papers this morning. Let's start with the Irish Examiner today. Theresa May suffers humiliating defeat as EU says deal needed for orderly withdrawal. A huge defeat yesterday, 432 votes to 202, a margin of 230 in the meaningful vote, and a disaster really for Theresa May, although she did expect to lose that. She's still fighting though, she's still defiant, and she pretty much goaded Jeremy Corbyn to table his motion in no confidence. She's one tough lady, that's for sure. That's in the front page of the Irish Examiner, as is the story about prison managers. They're challenging the service on scapegoating. 3 prison managers who believe they were scapegoated following a walkout by prison officers from a dangerous unit of Portlaoise Prison are challenging how the Irish prison service dealt with them. And that's another story in the Examiner this morning.
I'm confused by some of the pictures of the Brexiteers from outside Westminster yesterday.
They're confused themselves, I'd say.
Yeah, well, what I didn't get is, and this guy is one of them on the front page of the Times Ireland edition. I watched the coverage on both TV3, RTE, Channel 4 were there live, BBC, Sky. I, just being a nerd, flicked through them all. But anyway, they were interviewing people on the streets, guys with Union Jack flags but dressed in a European flag, or guys dressed in a Union Jack flag carrying European Union hats and banners. I didn't get it. The people who said no to Brexit and the people who said no to Theresa May, that's pretty clear cut what they were. But there's a guy here now pictured on the front page this morning as well, and he's wearing a European Union hat but a Union Jack flag. I don't know. May suffers historic defeat though, as Elaine said. It's the top story in all the papers this morning. MPs demand delay to Brexit as British Parliament crushes deal. So she has, my understanding is now, so the table of no confidence, as you mentioned, has been put forward. I think they'll debate that in the House today.
She'll win that.
She'll probably win that, and then she has until Friday, I think, to come up with her plan B, which is, I don't know what that's going to be. And then also in the front page this morning, lessons to be learned from the €1 billion Children's Hospital overspend. That's in the Times Ireland edition.
Also on the front pages of... Oh, I did my 2 front pages, did I?
Oh,
no.
did you?
No, I didn't, maybe.
Did you do the
No,
end?
do you know what? No. I read them earlier, and now I'm having a flashback to that moment.
This is awkward.
I need more sleep. Front page of the Irish Independent today. Border checks on trade to follow no deal, says Coveney. This is the Taoiseach admitting that checks on goods moving between the UK and Ireland will be necessary. That's in the event of a no-deal Brexit. And farmers angry over Taoiseach's reckless claim to eat less meat. Please, can we talk about this in the show today? This, of course, is the story about the Taoiseach who says, like me, it was one of my things for the new year, that he's eating less meat to reduce his carbon footprint, which a lot of people are doing, and a lot of people are saying, but people are too happy, particularly farmers. And Danny Healy-Rae is one of those people who's not happy with the Taoiseach, and I'm sure you've heard his comments by now. People who'd give up meat, he said, never worked a decent, honest day in their life.
Yeah, something to that effect. Yeah. He's in some of the papers like that this morning, including The Sun. Danny's beef on veggies, very clever pun there. And the main story says, I grabbed baby Mary, she was still alive. Relative on frantic bid to save Tatas on the front page. And the plough in the stars, first plants grown on the moon. I've no idea how they know that, but the first plants were grown on the moon apparently, unless they've got a webcam there that's showing them, which actually could be the case. That's in the front page of The Sun there as well this morning. And Spurs fans, if you're interested, the news broke yesterday that it looks like Harry Kane will be out till March with ankle ligament damage after the Man United game at the weekend. So there's all kind of stories now in the sports section this morning going, what will Spurs do? Oh no, who will they have to buy in? Will they have to buy somebody else in? Are they going to be crushing down the league now? Probably not, I would imagine, but he won't play till March anyway, just to let Spurs fans know this morning.
Some of the top trends today, Katie Taylor is trending this morning. That's because the film about Katie, the documentary, was on TV last night, which I missed and lots of people missed because of Brexit. I was like you, I was flicking between all the news channels, but
I forgot it was on.
I totally forgot it was on. But we can watch it on the player maybe, can we?
I'll check that today.
Yeah.
You know me now. Well, we're both in the same boat.
Yeah.
Hi, RT, are you watching this video? Your new player update is shite. It doesn't work on the phone. It doesn't work on the computer. It probably works on the Sky now that I think of it. But it's crap.
I want to see that movie, though. It is supposed to be very good. So that's one of the top trends. And obviously, the Brexit chaos and all that went on yesterday in the House of Commons also trending today.
Yeah, the 10-year challenge is still trending. More and more celebs and well-known people were getting on board with this yesterday. I did it myself. I put up a picture of myself from 2009 and 2019.
I saw you.
I look fantastic.
You look very cute in your 10-year-old one, but you look much more handsome now.
Yeah,
in a mature kind of handsome way.
I was actually wearing the baseball cap you bought me for Christmas in the photograph. And first comment under it, you know the way the internet works.
Yeah.
I'd say lose the baseball cap. I'd say doesn't really suit you.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
Whatever.
Go away.
And Gillette are trending this morning. So Gillette have released this new advert, and it's kind of on the back of the Me Too movement. But it's not just a video encouraging men not to act the way certain men have, but it's also like an anti-bullying video. Now, personally, I watched it. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Men are outraged because they believe that it's Gillette jumping on the feminist bandwagon, and certain women then are thinking it's a great idea and it's a great move. The ad itself, you can make up your own mind. We'll stick it up on our page later on. I will say this: I think it's very well produced, and it certainly has a brilliant message in it. That's what I'll say.
I haven't watched it yet. I was trying to watch it at my desk there a few minutes ago, and again, it wasn't the player now, but it kept crashing. I was just like, oh. But I think Gillette couldn't give a shite about women or women's issues or women's rights. I think they are jumping on the bandwagon. But I haven't seen the ad yet. I'll watch it before I say anything else.
It has a lovely message in it anyway, I'll give them that. And it's basically, the way the slogan is the best a man can get.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying, is this the best a man can get or can be?
Can be. Yeah, I think that's
essentially what the slogan
it's only 29 days until Valentine's Day, so if you're loved up, I hope you've come up with some plan to make your loved one feel even more special. If you haven't, pop into Deals. They are selling engagement rings at the moment for €1.50. Someone's definitely going to get engaged with one of those just for the crack.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah. And you know what? They're the kind of people whose wedding I'd like to go to.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're clearly got a sense of humour.
Planning on popping the question? $150 for an engagement ring in Deals. How bad?
How bad is right?
How bad? It could look lovely.
Yeah.
I might get engaged myself.
Just because it's only $150?
I'll just go in and buy it, like.
Yeah.
And I'll get the person at the till to go down on one knee. Could you just go down on one knee and just give me that ring there just while that person is filming us?
And they'll be like, she's back.
She's back.
There's also a headline this morning. Mick Schumacher, he's the son of Michael Schumacher, and he's joined the Ferrari Driver Academy. So no pressure there then.
Mick.
Being the son of the greatest Formula 1 driver of all time. And today I have a challenge for our listeners, a brekkie challenge, before we wrap up. It's Museum Selfie Day. This is an actual thing. So I'm encouraging anyone to go to a museum today. If you're out foreign, absolutely you can do it. You can go to the Kerry County Museum here as well. Send us a selfie of yourself inside. It doesn't count if you take one outside the building.
Okay.
Not counting that.
And there are some really quirky museums as well. Like you could go to a radio museum in Listowel.
You could, yeah.
You
could go to the airplane museum in Foynes, yeah, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing.
So if you can get a selfie today inside the door of a museum, send it on to us and we'll give you a prize.
That's it for the moment. We're live on air in a minute, so we better go and we'll talk to you soon. Have a brilliant Wednesday.
Good luck.
Bye.